Hello my friends, welcome back or to my channel. So I have here excuse me, the Forest of Enchantment Oracle. This is a brand new release by the same creators and illustrator as Forest of Enchantment Tarot. I can't pronounce their name. I'm not going to butcher it. This is a new release. This is also my third time trying to film this video, so now I have seen all the cards, because once again I looked up and my camera wasn't wasn't filming. Anyway, here we are. So Llewellyn Publishing, I picked this up from Llewellyn with my own money. This deck is now out. It is released, so you can pick it up from Llewellyn. Here's the back. Inspiration abounds in the Forest of Enchantment. What does the forest mean to the human psyche? What does enchantment mean to the human heart? Find out as you venture into the magical wood. Designed to be used independently or with the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, this gorgeous deck and its color guidebook encourage you to travel deeper into the forest, expand upon the tales of its inhabitants, and find wisdom in their messages. You will not only find each card's divinatory meaning, but also discover life-changing lessons meant to transform your own story. Featuring 36 oracle cards and 4 boon cards that enhance the others. This deck will enchant you with every reading. So we're getting 4 extra cards. So altogether we have a 40 card deck and a 120-page full color guidebook. It's beautiful. So let's go ahead and zoom in and take a look at this beautiful deck. Okay, here we are. So let's go ahead. It is in a very nice, sturdy, magnetic closure box, which I absolutely love. Here is the book. It is, like it says, full color, glossy page. And after, we will pull a card and we will look to the book. I've already looked in here because, like I said, this is my second or third time trying to do the review. The book's very interesting from what I've seen. I didn't look into it too much because it's what I want to spend my evening before bed tonight. But I thought we have spreads and readings, single card readings, 3-card tableau, storyteller spread, forest folk spread, using oracle cards with tarot cards, and we get into the cards. So let's get into the cards, and we'll take another look. No imagery or anything, just a very forest green inside there. And here are the backs. There is no gilding or anything. And I think we can zoom in some more. Okay, so the glare I can do nothing about. There's definitely a glare. They are Llewellyn cardstock. If you have the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, the cardstock is pretty much exactly the same in my opinion. It's the glossy, thinner but durable, flexible cardstock. So here are the beautiful backs. And looks like this is the doorway to the forest. And when I tell you this deck is beautiful, I'm not even kidding. It is absolutely stunning, but I didn't expect any different, you know, coming from the creators of the Forest of Enchantment. So here we are. We have a title, or a number and a title. So number 1, we have the Hag. And these cards have just so much in them. What I have discovered on my previous attempts to do a walkthrough is that these down here really don't do me any good. So it's more like I'm looking at, you know, she's more like High Priestess, the wise one energy for me. So definitely a deck that I will be using my intuition. Card number 2. And I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to do a flip through. And then at the end we will shuffle, pull a card, and we'll look at the book, and we'll take a look and see how they look, how it looks next to the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Adorable. As you can see, the colors and everything are just unbelievable. Look at this. Tea with a fawn. It's almost like you're swept away into these cards. Oh, and they are very large. They are larger than your standard oracle. This is one of my favorites so far. I hadn't seen all the cards until I unboxed mine today, which again, I thought I was recording, and nope. I went to go push end at the end, and yeah, it had never been, play had never been pressed, but this is such a beautiful card, even though it's a lonely gnome. And this is the Lorekeeper's bookshop, and you'll see when we check out the book that this guy is pretty significant to the deck. And look at this fairy godmother, the color, oh my gosh. The sacred spring, the dragonflies, oh my gosh. And here we have the doors, the door into summer. So here we have winter. And then you step through the door to summer. Isn't that gorgeous? And this door is the door to winter. We've got a little nest of eggs there. Butterflies. My goodness. The Witch in the Glen. And here's the map. You are here. And it has X marks the spot. But I think we have the map. I think we see the map in the book. Not just for the card, I don't think. Or I could be wrong. Yeah, because then we go right into the cards, but I could have sworn. maybe not. Okay, well, it's just, there's so much going on here. It's, oh my goodness, beautiful. The 3 boars. Isn't this gorgeous? He's seeking treasures. It almost looks like a bird's tail feathers there. He's got a whole nest full of treasure. Digging holes. Got a little sack there. Pretty little acorns. A light in the forest. Wow. I'm hoping this is being true to the color. The glare, there's just no way around it with these. They're very glossy. Typical Llewellyn glossy. Isn't this beautiful? So much going on here. It's like the whole forest has gotten together. We have the bears, the fox, the owl, the little hedgehog, bunnies. I can't remember the name of those. Badger, maybe? I don't know. Wow. Dragon. Unbelievable. Kangaroo up there. No. Foxfire. The Wild Hunt. Just no words. No words for this beauty. Oh my gosh. A dragon's nest. This is cute here. Here we have the trolls, and it looks like they are definitely grumpy. Little grumpy old trolls. Another beautiful little community card. Brownies and bees. Look at the beeswax candles. Oh my gosh. Bower of Dreams. A feather, her little tiara. There's so much. The stone hares. The white lady. The thyme tree. I love this. The Weird Sisters. I think that's how that's pronounced. Gives you very 3 of Cups vibes, for me anyways, in a witchy way. Love it. It's gorgeous. And I think these are our boon cards. So we get, I'm not really sure, Feel of Light, Feather of Finding, This is so pretty. Branch of Summoning and Cloak of Vanishing. So I didn't really get to see a whole lot about what those are about. So let's go ahead and shake these up. Yeah, they are really big. Let me get a regular size oracle card just so I can show you. There is the comparison. I mean, they're not enormous, but they're quite large, which means more imagery. So I will probably definitely shuffle that way. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we got the 3 boars. And I'm going to flip this over because we're going to set the tarot deck on each side. So what do we got? Card number 22. Okay, the 3 boars. Now, I love this. Don't you wish, I do anyways, that this had been put down at the bottom rather than just, you know, that's not telling us too much. That's my only little, it's not a complaint or anything. I mean, absolutely beautiful cards nonetheless. So what you have here for these 3 boars: bad decisions, laziness, shortcuts, the high price of carelessness, good advice goes unheeded. The 3 boars. Once upon a time, there were 3 boar brothers. The eldest was the smartest, the youngest was the most foolish, and the middle brother was somewhat in between, or somewhere in between. Whatever their differences, they were loving siblings and decided to build their homes close together. The youngest built his home of straw, which was cheap and soft and smelled nice. It was put together in no time at all, and he settled down for a content snooze. The middle brother thought that straw was not a sensible choice for a house, so he built his from sticks, which didn't smell quite as nice, but were also cheap and quick to assemble. The eldest brother was more thoughtful than the other 2 put together. Frankly, he was a bit fed up with his brothers. He knew who was going to have to dig. He knew who was going to have to dig them out of the rubble if the wild hunt roared through or the big bad showed up. He built his home from good solid stone with real windows and a sturdy roof. You can probably guess how this story ends. So down here you get the oracle's advice. Don't be impatient. Don't skip steps. Think beyond immediate solutions and satisfactions. The future will come sooner than you think and bring challenges you cannot yet foresee. If you are relying on others to rescue you, make sure all parties concerned are clear about expectations. And here we have the Lorekeeper's note. Initially, all 3 boars had their houses designed by stalwart woodsman builders, but obviously they did not all follow the builder's good advice. Boars do not take advice very well. Subsequent contractual disagreements may be taken up with the Council of Animals. Notice the Council of Animals comes from the tarot deck. So, where was that? That's funny, that's mentioned in here. Okay, the Lorekeeper. So, yes, where did it say? Oh. I had read somewhere about that Lorekeeper. We'll go right into them there. What we have about the author, about the illustrator. The table of contents, quite lengthy. Okay. Thou shall not might reach the head, but it takes once upon a time to reach the heart. Introduction. Okay, here's where, oh, and there's the map. There's the map. In fairy tales, there are 4 reasons why a person might venture into the forest. They have a quest or task. They are fleeing from danger. They seek a treasure. They are lost. What happens next determines the progress of the tale. What they see, who they meet, what they find, what they choose to do. And so it is with our lives. Sometimes we pursue a goal. Sometimes we get into a sticky situation. Sometimes we have unfulfilled desires, and sometimes we are just lost. A wise oracle provides keys to unlock understanding and influence the progress of our tale. The Forest of Enchantment Oracle contains both shadow and light, challenges as well as encouragement. Like the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, this deck is not just about fairy tales or folk tales or myths or legends. It is about all of these and more. It is about what forest means in the human psyche and what enchantment means to each human heart. Life is unpredictable, and the landscape of the forest is unpredictable by nature. You can only see so far. Long vistas available elsewhere are not part of the forest journey. This is a big part of its magic. This is why so many exciting tales are set in the forest. This book can be considered a sort of travel guide for the Forest of Enchantment. Like any such guide, it's just a starting point for your own experiences. The cards themselves will be your guides as you come to know them. The story of the card and a core meaning is given with each description, as well as a note from the Lorekeeper, whom you will meet in card 15. These tidbits are meant to encourage you to move deeper into the cards, expand upon their tales, and have fun with their messages. The Lorekeeper says you can just stumble through the forest trying to find your way out, or you can look at where you are right now and appreciate the journey itself. Unlike a tarot deck where the cards have set meanings as their foundation, with this oracle I have set the meanings, which means you are free to ignore them. If the card says something to you that is completely different from what I've written here, your intuition is always the one to go with. Tarot has rules, though I encourage breaking them. And I agree, oracles have no rules. So, what is the Forest of Enchantment Oracle's purpose? To give you a new point of view, to affirm your intuition, to throw light on your path, to uncover the lessons, to show you the gifts, to change your story. So let's go to the Lorekeeper, because I guess we're getting a Lorekeeper's message in every card from what it looks like. Yeah, the Lorekeeper's note. And here is our Lorekeeper. Love of books, beneficial escapism, study, love of learning, a quest for deeper understanding. In a realm ruled by stories, what could be more essential than a bookshop? The Lorekeeper is happy to offer recommendations or leave you on your own to explore, which is always the best way to find a book. Use a feather of finding, if you have one, to direct you towards this the section that most suits your immediate need. Mind you, this may not be all be at all what you thought you were looking for when you came in. But that is the beauty of bookshops. It's likely that a friend or two may also drop by, as this is a very popular shop. The wee folk and the smaller animals appreciate how the Lorekeeper has made sections of annexes for them. You don't have to buy anything. You are welcome to sit and read at your leisure. And of course, if you want to take a book home, but perhaps have forgotten your purse, the Lorekeeper doesn't mind a bit. Take it and enjoy. The love of books transcends all thoughts of profit. The Lorekeeper's bookshop is also a hub of information for the entire forest community. The notice board by the door is always full of exciting events and activities, so take a look on your way out. The Oracle's advice: get lost for a while in the realms of the imagination, the fantastical, the romantic, the poetical, the historical. Whether you visit a bookshop, a library, or your own teeming bookshelves, exploring the world of words will be particularly valuable to you right now. Revisit some old favorites along the way that may have something new to teach you. The Lorekeeper's note: as Merlin himself once said, there's nothing like knowledge when you are sad. Books are always offered at no charge to sad shoppers. Please inquire at the desk for recommendations. So this is a very magical deck. Let's go ahead and just take a very quick look at the two of these beautiful decks paired together. It's like she's off, she's all ready, she's off and getting ready to go to the celebration. Unbelievably gorgeous. Wow. Let me know what you guys think. Are you planning on getting this one? Do you have this one yet? Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this. Almost like Mother Nature is telling her the story and the tales about the gingerbread house. Wow. Amazing. Three of spells, five of spells. Interesting. We go from here and then we go into the door into winter, and it's almost like a wintry scene over here. Once she goes through that door of winter, she ends up the child of chalices, which is the page, or challenges, sorry, the Page of Swords. Wow. And in the darkness lurks the liar. The liar definitely can't trick the Forest Lord, though. Not even in the darkness. Wow. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, all three of these are like gloomy cards. Four of Pentacles, Boons, the Trolls, and then the Four of Visions, which is Cups. Look at this. Oh my goodness, just a whole bunch of like discontent there. Wow. Okay guys, that was my review of this absolutely stunning deck. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Don't forget to leave your comments. I love to read them. Take care and be blessed.